Friday's low. And if they do bring us down to this inefficiency on the 1 hour chart again, Wednesday, November 13th, 9 a.m., this displacement candle here, I'll be looking to see if dollar wants to do something like this.
Okay, everybody, and fast forward to Thursday evening, November 21st, and we can see that dollar did play out. It did not get quite up to the weekly buy-side liquidity pool at 107,348 as we were looking for to start the week, but it did get this internal engineered buy-side liquidity, which was last Thursday's high, which as you can see there, we were just looking for in our weekly outlook, which we do every Sunday evening. And really, this was a simple preparation and read on dollar. We're just trying to identify a key draw on liquidity first and foremost. Now, we're looking at an hourly chart here on dollar, but if you were to zoom out, and I'm sure most of you have who have been looking at this market, you know that dollar has been aggressively bullish. So this is within the trend, and you're seeing buy-side liquidity, all of these relative equal highs be left behind, right? So you're looking at any retracement as suspect, and then while you identify this buy-side liquidity pool, you're looking back and trying to identify a dealing range to gauge premium and discount. And we know plain and simple that the best buys come in a discount of a dealing range. So why is this my dealing range low? Of course, you can see that we are displacing away from it, but the simple fact is that we are sweeping liquidity to form this swing low before that displacement. So this constitutes it as my dealing range low. And then after we expand, any retracement, I'm just using the highest high to get my refined dealing range high here on the hourly chart. And this is where I can gauge discount and premium, right? So after we've identified the dealing range that we're operating within, I'm just looking at discount objectives, right? Where could price want to deliver to in terms of the manipulation phase? It's going to run old lows and refer to a discount inefficiency. So we have a sell side liquidity pool right here. This is last Friday's low, November 15th. So if it is going to go lower, it's going to want to sweep there. Now, do we want to see it just sweep that low in reverse? It could, of course, but we want to see it go to and through that. And if we see a sweep of this sell side liquidity pool and there's no reversal signatures, then we just want to assume that it's just going to reach for the next discount objective, which is the BISI here that we had in mind, and we were looking for a bounce to start this week. So we see that sweep of sell side liquidity and reference to this discount inefficiency. Okay. Now, in relation to just understanding the dealing range and what manipulation is, plain and simple, when you're looking for a long scenario, if you add key opening prices to this, you can get very good idea of what is going to occur. So Sunday opening price here, where do the best buys occur in relation to this key opening price? Below Sunday opening price. So you're utilizing all of these tools to simply build a narrative to a predetermined draw on liquidity. And here we are looking at dollar, but I'm doing the same steps preparing for every week, preparing for every trading session. I'm just looking at, again, first and foremost, where the draw on liquidity is, where is discount and premium, and where could that manipulation take place before I get my trade entry. Or in other words, the reversal signatures are presented to me for the market. Okay, guys, and I also did want to review and go over some macro power of 3 setup today. I really liked what occurred during the 1150 macros today. You know, I've discussed on this channel before, even though macro power of 3 setups are beautiful, it's what I look for. I focus on them for high probability, high quality setups. I have the most confidence in them. It does not by any means mean that every macro is going to provide a great setup or a winning trade, right? We're understanding the value and the importance of time, and then we're waiting for price signatures to align with this time theory, which is macro power of 3, to get our high probability trades. So what you see on the chart here and what you'll see on the next slide and what you've seen in terms of macro power of 3 setups on this channel before, on my Twitter and Discord, in your own trading in the markets, these are the type of setups that I really, really like and that I really, really try to wait for and have the most confidence in once they're actually on and I'm managing the position. So we're going to start, as you can see here in the upper right-hand corner. This is the 1-minute chart for the S&P 500. As I mentioned, we're working within the 1150 macro. We had a very aggressive sell-off in the morning, and then we saw an extreme recovery after that initial sell-off. So as you can see with my entry checklist here, we have buy-side liquidity pool when the intraday trend is bullish. Number one, that's our determination. What is the draw on liquidity? What should our directional bias be? Once we determine that, we're waiting for the macro power of 3 setup, plain and simple. So what does that require? We're looking for manipulation, delivery below macro's opening price to sweep a low, right? So we see this here. We see these internal lows being swept as well. But what is the signature that gives you high probability and confidence in this particular setup. It's the SMT, it's the Kraken correlation. So it's not only a very strong signature in price, the SMT, but when it occurs during the macro window like this, and it's meeting your entry criteria in terms of what you're seeing from price as well, then you can get very good setup. So you see that SMT, and after the manipulation and SMT is occurring right here on this candle, right here on this candle, and the two candles that follow, to validate this SMT and to have confidence that this swing low is protected and that this is a turning point and that we are going to target the buy side liquidity pool I have labeled here. You're just waiting for a closure above a premium PD array. So of course we have a fair value gap here. You can wait for this fair value gap here as well when we have these two consecutive SIBIs, just based off your preference. But as you can see, manipulation below macro opening price, SMT during the macro, closure above a premium PD array is your final confirmation. Price wicks down exactly to the high of this lower SIBI here, which of course after the close above is a high probability bullish inversion. We tick into it and then we expand to the buy side target. Let's move on to Nasdaq's respective 1150 macro delivery, and we see more of the same. And again, guys, these are the setups, these are the signatures in price that I'm looking for at specific times of the day for the best of the best, cream of the crop trades. So we see that SMT here below macro opening price. We're running internal lows here, Kraken correlation during the macro, invalidation of a premium PD array, which is the close above here, close above, wick into it, expand to the target. So again, when you're not seeing signatures in price that are clear to you, when I'm not seeing signatures in price that are clear to me, I just simply go back and look at my journal and previous trades that I've taken, previous charts that I've marked up, looking at macro power of 3 and remind myself, these setups can be so clean, but they're not going to be all the time. I know that at some point they're going to come and they're going to present themselves to me. And when they do, that's when you execute fearlessly, right? But between those moments, the hard part is waiting. So I know the old saying is patience pays, but it's so true in trading. When you have a setup like this in signatures aligning with these macro windows, showing you what price wants to do, all you have to do is wait in between those times and then execute on the setup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments and I'll be happy to get back to you. You can join my free Discord in the description of this video. And you can also join my private group in the description of this video where I am doing a Thanksgiving discount right now. So be sure to check that out if you are interested. I'll talk with everybody soon.